Hey guys, this video this time is going to be on Yahoo DFS for the conference championship games. Again, got 4 games: Rams, Saints, Chiefs, Patriots. Going to implied totals. Rams projected about 26 and a half for 27 points. Saints projected close to 30, if not about 30, 29 and a half. The Chiefs are projected about 29, 28 and a half, somewhere between there. And the Pats are projected about 26 and a half. So just some good stuff to have in mind. Now, it doesn't really make all that big of a difference, as I mentioned in my DraftKings video. The point totals are all very close. Your goal with this is to really look for value where you can find it. So I gave you the pricing with DraftKings, and again, for me, it's all about the pricing, and that should be extra important this week. With the limited options, only the 2 games. So let's get started here. So ultimately, in the last video, I gave you Jared Goff because I felt like his price made a lot of sense based on all things considered. Now Goff's price is cheap here. But he is still relatively close to the neighborhood of Breeze, Mahomes, and Brady. I'm going to go ahead and leave quarterback blank for now. The upside of all of them, is what it is. Obviously, Mahomes is great. Problem is it's going to be a little cold. I don't really like Brady on the road. Goff is what he is. He's only a good play if he's very cheap. And then Breeze is probably the safest play on this entire slate. So probably going to lean Breeze based on this pricing, but let's build a bit and see where we get. Now, told you guys in the DraftKings video, I'm not in love with Gurley this week for obvious reasons, him being in a timeshare. And Yahoo didn't really lower his price much. His price isn't all that good, So I'm going to go ahead and pass on him on Yahoo. Like I said, DraftKings definitely a viable option at $7,500, but on Yahoo at $34, being the top price back, very much so. Not in love with that. Now Kamara, $29. Going to go ahead right away and lock him in. You're going to need to pay for running back somewhere. I'd rather pay for Kamara than Gurley when I take their prices into consideration. If they were the same price, I'd lean Gurley, but the thing is they're not. So definitely going to lean Kamara there. Go down to Sony Michel. Doesn't really catch passes. He's very touchdown reliant. Could have a big day, but coming off a big day, I'd rather have other people own him. He's probably going to be a little too high owned for my blood. C.J. Anderson is in a timeshare. This price is pretty ridiculous, to be honest. James White at $19. Definitely not enough adjustment done on Yahoo's end. This is a good price, especially when you consider the matchup. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in. Now, Damian Williams is an interesting play. His price has not gone up all that much. You could definitely make the case for him to be very eligible here. My concern is with Spencer Ware coming back. Damian Williams has been playing very well, and I get that. I worry a bit with Spencer Ware in the mix if he's going to see potentially third down work, if Spencer Ware is going to spell Damian Williams a lot more than often. So I'll go back to this, but I'm not in love with this price here. And I had him at $17 last week that I liked him, felt more confident with Spencer Ware not playing this week, a little different. Ingram, I can't play at that price. Spencer Ware, he's a risk as it is. Burkhead, timeshare. Don't really think anybody else here is really in play, especially if you're trying to build yourself a cash lineup. So let's go over to receivers. As I told you guys in the DraftKings vid, love Michael Thomas. So we can just go ahead and lock him in. Tyreek Hill's way too pricey for Yahoo. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, he can go off in any game, any slate. But I'm just going to avoid. Edelman's price a little too high for me. Coming off a great week, but he rarely scores. And this is not full PPR, so not in love with that. I definitely like Robert Woods here. Again, I just feel the Rams are going to have to throw the ball to win this game. If you feel the Rams will win, it'll be done over Goff's arm. I mean, I just can't envision a world where the Saints allow the Rams offense to run for 200 yards or over 200 yards like they did against Dallas. So I'm going to go ahead and play Robert Woods there. Brandon Cooks, one of my favorite plays of the week. Go ahead and lock him in. Big play guy. Saints, the Rams are going to need to make big plays. I love Brandon Cooks in these situations. Trying to think when we look through here. I'll leave this alone for now. Now, when we look through here, you could argue for Kelsey at that price. Now, Gronk here is fairly priced at $17. When you talk about your options here, you really don't have options. You're either going to be Gronk or Kelsey. You're either going to pay up for Kelsey or you're going to take a price cut with Gronk. With the way this slate is built, I'm going to go ahead and take a price cut with Gronk. Again, I like Kelsey on DraftKings. Going to take a price cut here with Gronk. So we'll go with that. And then let's go go to defense. So I could play the Patriots at 11, but for $2 more, I'll probably favor the Chiefs. I know I said, the defense is, and these type of sites where it doesn't matter, just play your cheapest, just punt your cheapest defense. But I think ultimately I'm going to wind up going the Chiefs. Now, if I finish this out and I'm $200 short on something, then I'll negate down to the Patriots. But the Chiefs at this price in the cold weather, I'll take them there. So we can go back to quarterbacks. So we got a little extra money to play with here, right? So I'm gonna go Drew Brees at 34 here. We got 25 between two players, 25 each between two players. I like Drew Brees the most out of these prices, so we're gonna go him and see where that leaves us at a flex spot. So at the flex, that leaves us down to Ted Ginn. And I gotta be honest, guys, I don't mind this at all. I really don't. The only argument you could make would be, well, Damian Williams is only $3 more. Maybe there's a way we can squeeze Damian Williams in. But for me, Ted Ginn here, it's a good spot. And then, you have a decent cash lineup with good exposure really everywhere. You got, a lot of Saints guys. You got two of the bigger play receivers for the Rams. You got Gronkowski. Now, the argument definitely could be made that, hey, look, there's really no Chiefs exposure in this lineup. So that would be a good enough reason to probably find a way to get Damian Williams in. The issue is that everything kind of becomes, in a flux when you do that. Maybe you could remove Robert Woods at that price of 20 because he's not really a huge big play threat. But again, you're getting yourself into snags here because we can get off the Chiefs and go down to the Patriots. Defensively, hold on. Patriots defensively to save some money. So then it gives us $20 at wide receiver, but we already got Cooks. Again, options are kind of becoming limited here. Could remove Breeze. I wouldn't pay that much for Mahomes, but we could go down to Goff. It gives us 27 at receiver, but even that, you're finding a hard middle there as well. So maybe if we went off Gronk and went to Kelsey, then you're looking at 17 for receiver. So if you did this, technically you can go to Sammy Watkins, which I'm not against. It'll give you 3 Chiefs players. You'll also have the Rams quarterback. You'll have the 2 best players on the Saints. I actually probably like that. Let's go Watkins here. You can go Watkins or Ginn, but I probably prefer Watkins after his good week last week. So you look here, you got 3 Chiefs guys. You got your Patriots running back, Patriots defense, which can kind of be a neutralizer. On sites like this where the games are small, you can play the defense, which gives you a little bit of hedging when you play a lot of guys on one side. So I got a lot of Chiefs here, but I got the Patriots defense, the punt play there. Again, 2 best players in the Saints and Kamara, Michael Thomas. Got Jared Goff, who's kind of a punt. Not in love with the price, but again, you got to try to find a way to fit everything you want in, right? So, I mean, you can change out Goff for Breeze and then get rid of Watkins, and then you could play somebody for $10 at wide receiver. Problem is, look at what your options are. There's not much here. Not much you can really do here. Traquan Smith, I don't even know how many snaps he's been playing. So he's a complete risk. I like the fact that Goff is there, and then you can go Sammy Watkins down here as well. So great lineup here. Okay, so ultimately this would be a lineup I would find very cash game eligible. You can even make the argument for this in tournaments. This is a very solid lineup. Again, Goff at quarterback, Kamara, White, Thomas, Watkins, Cooks, Kelsey, Damian Williams, Patriots. Even if Spencer Ware plays, I do believe Damian Williams should be able to have a good volume-based day. So again, this would be the lineup I'd be rolling with on Yahoo. I wish you guys the best of luck. Subscribe to the channel if you find any of this information informative. Definitely going to be coming out with daily fantasy sports vids weekly. Probably do some stuff for college basketball or NBA. And good luck on the games this weekend. Check out my picks on the games as well. I gave out some free bets there. Thanks, guys.